Hello and welcome everybody to the Really Awesome Review Show. Tis I, Rata, the furry king of awesome.
What's up, man? I'm Trevor, the stoner T-Rex.
And we're here to further review Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, this time in full spoiler territory. Thank you all for joining us on part 2. If you haven't seen the movie, please get away, go far away from us and the trailers and go watch it first and come back. Or you can watch our part 1 spoiler-free video review.
That's usually how it works here at Really Awesome Review Show. We put the first video as no spoilers allowed, and then the spoiler videos are really where you get the meat of it, right?
That's kind of what we're going for. I mean, we try to make all the videos very exciting, the clips and the trailers and the actual analysis. Yes, again, this is number 1, our awesome Summer Movie Spectacular 2018, and we're glad you're here to join us as we nitpick and complain and bitch and praise this excellent movie, which we deemed rated fantastic.
You know, dude, it was fantastic, but I gotta say there's too many issues and too many similarities with Lost World to forgive it.
Yeah, that's right, so we'll go over some of those problems here. First, let's talk about some of the favorite scenes. We love this movie. We thought it was great fun, especially if you haven't seen any more than just Jurassic World.
Yeah, man, if you could go back and just watch Jurassic World first and then this one, and then maybe go back to the original films, you might like it a little bit more.
So my favorite sequences were probably in the first half with the whole, rescue the dinosaur situation and the volcano exploding and erupting, all the lava flowing everywhere, and Owen's trying to avoid the stampede as Claire and Franklin get in the gyrosphere, and I wasn't sure why he didn't get in the gyrosphere also. It'd be more of a barrier from the Carnosaur that comes up, and then other dinosaurs that are almost running him and stampeding him into the ground.
Yeah, man, that part was pretty awesome when they're on Island Nublar, and even though this is the end of the fateful island that actually had Jurassic World and Jurassic Park on it, it was sad to see it go, but seeing all my dinosaur brethren and sister around was quite awesome for me.
Oh, definitely. This has actually the most dinosaurs of any of the other Jurassic Park movies. We had so many ones we've seen before, but also some new ones like the Carnosaur and the Baryonyx, Allosaurus, I'm not sure we've seen them before, and the Stygimoloch, which is more prevalent in the second half, and of course the Indoraptor. Brand new to the series. It's a big bad dinosaur in this one.
Well, I gotta say, the opening was pretty awesome with the Mosasaurus getting that guy. This guy almost gets saved a few times. Jumping on the helicopter, he thinks he's all good, and the Mosasaur gets him instead of T-Rex.
Oh yes, that was pretty cool. I like that. Also, if you want to talk about funny deaths, I really enjoyed the death of the idiot who tried to get the tooth, the expert hunter guy. He couldn't help himself, he had to get his trophy, and he steps inside actual cage with the Indoraptor after sedating him, maybe with 2, but we saw before, 2 doesn't quite cut it, right?
Not for this bad boy.
That's right, so I loved how the Indoraptor kind of winked to the audience, he opened his eyes, he moved his tail, and again showed some foreshadowing of this guy's impending death.
But let's see, for me, I really enjoyed the Indoraptor hunting Macy and stuff. I thought that was pretty exciting and thrilling and scary. I mean, she's in the bed and this guy just keeps following her like he won't give up. But I gotta say, my favorite one was seeing that Baryonyx. I think it's pretty cool. And with having not only the threat of the Baryonyx bearing down on him in the sewer, also the way it was revealed with the lightning and the sparks showing the silhouette of it, and then finally you see it, the whole thing just charging right at Franklin and Claire. But the lava actually being a real threat too was cool, and the way they use that as a barrier for the Baryonyx.
Yes, well, you can't roll right through lava, can you?
Not at all, man. Lava will burn you.
Well, fair enough. Well, now let's get into more of the similarities of the Lost World. Here you see it in the split screen. So let's kind of start with this in order. The female heroine is coerced to going to the island to benefit the dinosaurs, whereas the male hero is somewhat duped to going to the island to rescue a loved one.
In both movies, military groups or mercenaries are taking dinosaurs off the island in strong cages.
And they actually are bringing it back to California in both cases, I believe. Possibly even San Diego. They each have one super annoying character that almost ruins the movie, who's able to shine in one moment to show that they're not completely useless.
They each have a super hunter character whose like life goal is to hunt the biggest, baddest dinosaur and gain a memento from it.
Now we're all for callbacks and references. We kind of love the Easter eggs and stuff like that in movies, but at one point it's just like too much pandering and too much fan service.
Yeah, man. There was so much of that in this one, correlating back to the Lost World, but also the original Jurassic Park.
Like this scene where there's a little girl running away from a raptor and trying to hide in some kind of compartment or a cabinet or stove.
And she's having trouble actually like pulling down the door for it.
Yes, at one point I was like, well, are they actually going to have the raptor run into the reflection as well? They have this scene where the gang is behind a bunch of branches trying to shield themselves from a stampede of dinosaurs.
Both Lost World and Jurassic World 2 have where the dinosaur gets loose and wreaks havoc on all the other humans around. Alright, Rana, let's get into the ending, huh?
Oh, that was very infuriating. Yeah, so here they have this massive decision, which is pretty obvious. No, we don't want the dinosaurs to die and suffocate in this area, but it's clearly very irresponsible and evil to unleash this terror upon humanity.
Yeah, man, us dinosaurs can really kick some ass and eat some ass.
Oh yes, you definitely can. Even the bigger herbivores are going to crush cars and houses and possibly trample people.
Yeah, and the predators are just going to have a field day, just eating and biting and flying as many people as possible. It'd be like a game to them.
We're really excited for the future. We didn't want these dinosaurs to die because, of course, we also want more in the franchise to happen. Let's get into the bigger reveal of Macy being a clone. That was a little strange to me, kind of unnecessarily, in the way that they justified her actually pushing the button rather than Claire. Did not work.
Yeah, dude, that was really disappointing. I mean, so what? You're a clone and they are too. Doesn't mean you're allowed to end the lives of hundreds or thousands of people.
Exactly, as Malcolm has said a few times, if we're not careful, this could be the end of humans, and dinosaurs will reign supreme as they did in the past.
Yeah, man, go us. You know, one thing that actually bothered me a little bit more, dude, what happened to Isla Sorna?
Of course, yes, Site B is where they store and they made a bunch of the other dinosaurs before they transport them to Jurassic Park. Now, I've read something kind of rumor that they maybe were transported to Isla Nublar for the Jurassic World, but that was not in the movie.
Are they saying that Claire, who was the director of the park, she didn't know about Isla Sorna? I mean, did they need to breed more dinosaurs?
Yeah, okay, they want to take these dinosaurs off the island to a sanctuary, but you have a nice sanctuary, remote island in Isla Sorna. Just put them over there. Don't bring them back to US, where there's humans to be eaten. One thing that bothered me was, okay, they get this guy Lockwood, who apparently is good friends with John Hammond, you know, the main founder of the park. All of a sudden now there's this other guy who didn't establish that anywhere in the franchise, and all of a sudden just to mention it and be a big part of this movie was a little bit annoying.
Yeah, dude, it's like they wanted to make a shortcut or just throw this character in there and expect us to care about it. That's another issue with this movie. The other villains are first they're revealed in the fucking spoilerific trailers. We just lose a little bit of our respect for these villains who only care about money.
Man, I'm totally with you there. So here we get a little bit of the caroling subplots from Jurassic World with the whole militarizing and weaponizing the dinosaurs, which a lot of people just laughed at.
Yeah, they kind of just ended it with the whole black market auction. I thought that part was cool, but what's with the deal with the money, right? It was just way too low.
Glad you brought that up. Yeah, these dinosaurs are only going for 4 or 10 or 20 million. Try 200 million. And these are extinct animals. They're super powerful and deadly. They're finite. They're hard to create. These things would not be going for the price of a baseball player or a basketball player or a movie star.
Not at all, man. Yeah, I don't know where they got that. Overall, all the auction went for like 130 or 140 million. And this guy was like super stoked about that.
Yeah, just evidence of that lazy writing right there. So there'll always be a special place in my tiger heart for these dinosaur movies. I love the Jurassic Park series. We're really excited for what goes on in the future with now these dinosaurs being amongst us. Really want to know what happens with that. Part 3 of this trilogy. Jurassic World writer Colin Trevorrow will be back in the director's seat for Jurassic World 3, unnamed right now, coming at you in the cinemas around 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, man. It'd be really interesting to see where they go with that. I mean, are they just going to try to capture all the other dinosaurs, or are they going to befriend some of them, or dinosaur versus other dinosaur? Are they going to weaponize them? I mean, what's going to happen?
I mean, the sky's the limit. We've never really had this before. We got a sliver of that for about 20 minutes or so as a Tyrannosaurus Rex was terrorizing a whale's vagina, aka San Diego.
Ha ha ha, Anchorman callback, love it. But we'll be there. Dinosaurs ruling, maybe they'll enslave some humans, huh?
Well, I don't know if it's going to go that far. Could this be the beginning of the planet of the dinosaurs? I mean, I don't really know. They're kind of formulating this new trilogy for it. Hopefully it will be an excellent installment.
It's something the creators have been wanting to do for a while, and unfortunately this is almost a filler / placeholder. Some good action in there. I mean, the actors did a great job with the exception of Justice Smith.
Yes, the guy who was scared of everything. He cries, he whines, he complains about bugs. And he's a tech guy, super cliche kind of part, and not funny at all. We're glad he rose to the occasion for his one scene. Maybe he'll toughen up if they bring him back for the future. Hopefully not. And we also really like Daniela Pineda, who was the nurse, paleo veterinarian. I thought she was a pretty good character.
Yeah, she's a tough lesbian biker, huh?
Well, maybe not go as far as saying that, but yeah, we did like cut her gym. Well, that's going to do it for another exciting installment of the Really Awesome Review Show. Stay with us for continuing videos for the Awesome Summer Movie Spectacular 2018. It's going all summer long.
Yeah, man, follow us all over social media. You see the links there. You even get some new content on Instagram and Stardust you don't get on YouTube or Facebook, so check it out.
But we're most active on that, Really Awesome to Awful. Like and subscribe, and you'll get almost daily movie fixes, our pretty reviews for what's hitting theaters, as well as our movie wraps for every weekend. Pretty exciting stuff there.
Yeah, man. Hearing about the box office is kind of cool, right?
It's kind of a fun game to see how much a movie will make in its opening weekend, or how much legs it has to carry on in the top 10 after weeks. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us yet again. We love you for watching us, and we love making the videos.
Yeah, man, thanks for cruising on by.
Alright, well, let's send them out. Now,
go forth and be awesome!